Have you ever stood up to give a presentation in English, opened your mouth, and felt everything that you thought you'd prepared disappear or not come out the way that you'd wanted it to? You knew it perfectly well at home. You'd practiced it again and again. But the moment you were in front of the people who were looking at you and waiting expectantly, if that's ever happened, then you might be interested in this video, because the way a lot of people prepare for presentations, especially in a second or third language, is actually the thing that causes them to fall apart under pressure if and when that arrives. So today, I'd like to show you a better way. Memorizing a script can feel safe. In fact, some would even say it's the responsible thing to do, but it also makes the delivery of that script fragile, because when you memorize word for word every sentence, a transition or pause, you're actually building a chain. One thought leads to the next, leads to the next, and to the next. And when one link breaks, the whole chain can just fall apart before your eyes. Under pressure, it's easy to forget words. That's just how it works. And when you're relying on a word for word script, one slip can feel like the whole presentation, the chain of the presentation is like broken and unraveling. So what actually does help? What you need isn't a script, you need a structure. And there's a difference. So you can build the structure of, let's start with your opening. What are you here to talk about? Why does it matter to the people in the room? Then make 2 or 3 main points. What do you want them to understand about those points? What is the most important thing you want them to take away from each one? Then think about your close. What do you want them to leave thinking about or feeling? That's it. Know those well enough that you could explain each part in different words if you needed to. Practice the shape of the script, and then when you know your framework of the presentation, you don't need every sentence to be perfect. You can reach the same destination by a slightly different route. And then that gives you some kind of flexibility, which is what keeps you calm when the nerves arrive. And you can practice this. You can build the structure, and then okay, practice this in way A, practice it in way B, and then you challenge yourself. Can I describe this using different words? And then you can gradually build up the structure. You're going to be able to know what that structure is in your mind. And it's also going to give you slightly more flexibility to change the way in which you say it. And when you're looking out to the people in the room, you might feel instinctively, oh, actually, it might be a better way to say it like this. So it gives you more room to maneuver. I want to finish with something I come back to often with the professionals that I work with. That's about nerves. The nerves that you feel before a presentation are not necessarily evidence that something is wrong. They're not a warning sign. They're evidence that you care about doing well, about being understood, and that you care about the people in the room, the people that you're trying to give a message to. Don't see this as a weakness. This is engagement. The goal isn't to make the nerves disappear. It's to build enough structure, enough practice, enough times that the nerves become something that you work with rather than against. And that's what this month has been about: meetings, presentations, and the moments that feel more important when you're working in English. One contribution, one meeting, one presentation at a time. Thank you very much for June. I will see you in July, and I would like to leave you with this thought. Again, about your nerves. They are not a warning sign. They are evidence that you care. Don't see them as an alarm system. See them as a, yep, I know I care. I'm remaining focused. I've got my structure, and I'm concentrating on the people that I'm trying to give my message to, and making sure that message is nice and clear. It gives you less time for worrying about what you think if you focus on your audience. I'm leaving you with the normal places that you can find me and contact me. I'd love to know and hear how you got on with that, any of the challenges this month and the things that I've asked you to do. How did it go? Let me know. And if anybody's got a question they would like to ask me, feel free, because I would love to answer it for you guys. So until next month, take very good care of yourselves. Bye for now.